All right, today we're in for another treat. Bardstown Bourbon sent us the newest Distillery Reserve release, and so we're going to dive into it. Can't wait to try it. Welcome back to another edition of Bourbon Kingdom. I'm David, and today we are going to review the Bardstown Distillery Reserve Normandie Calvados Brandy Barrel Finished. This is a straight whiskey blended for 24 months in Calvados brandy barrels, and then 4 months in toasted oak. It comes in at a whopping 104.2 proof. So super excited about this. I love these little distillery series and things like that. Mostly because like Bardstown embraces the story behind things, and so they build it behind it and kind of really just give you an experience. The same with the Cathedral. The same with the Hokkaido. Like these distillery reserves, they kind of embrace the story with it, and so I just love that. This came with a cool little box, actually pretty sturdy box, kind of like a Heaven Hill Heritage Collection box. Not overly thick, but thick enough that it's going to withstand some stuff. Made it look like a crate. Made it look like it was being shipped over from somewhere. There's a customs declaration thing and all that stuff. So it's super cool. And I love what they do. The biggest thing is they sent this to us. And as always, we are really appreciative of Bardstown and our partnership and friendship that we have with them and their willingness to send us things and let us try and all that good stuff. So I really love that. I love the friendship and stuff like that. So before we go any further, let's hit the like, subscribe, turn on notifications, and that way you can be made aware of videos when they pop up. Again, you don't see Zach here. Listen, we are trying new normal, and new normal doesn't always allow us to record together. For whatever reason, we're trying to get this schedule thing worked out, but it happens that sometimes he's going to record videos without me. Sometimes I'm going to have to record them without him, just so we can keep bringing content your all's way. And so that's what we're doing today. And I'm lucky enough that I get to review this Bardstown Reserve. So I opened this probably 2 weeks ago when they sent it to us. And this is technically not out yet. Today is Tuesday, like the 25th or 26th, whatever the day is, right before Thanksgiving. Probably going to drop this tomorrow. And if we don't drop this tomorrow, it will drop on Monday. So if you're watching this and it's Wednesday, this is coming out on Friday. And if you're watching it on Monday, this came out on Friday. They're doing a release at Bardstown, probably their downtown and their actual distillery. They're going to release this out to the public on Friday morning, sometime around there. If you have the other two distillery reserves, this is probably one that you're going to want to pick up. I just think that all three of them together tell a good story, and just lets you in on the psyche behind Bardstown. They don't just want you to drink their bourbon, they want you to experience it in some way. So I think that's super cool. I'm really excited about this one. I'm really excited about when I opened it initially. I felt like the brandy finish in it, it really kind of stuck out. It was one of those things that just was like, oh, this is definitely finished in something. Oh, I forgot to tell you, it is, this is 13 and 12-year-old Indiana whiskey, Indiana bourbon. So there's really only one place in Indiana that you get things from. So just let you know, this is 12 and 13-year-old. We're going to say probably Ross and Squibb. So blended together to get this. And again, I love the nose on this because it's got this sweet oaky nose on it. Smells really, really good. I thought it was overpowering at first on that first open, but the more it sat here in my basement open, the better it has gotten. And I think the nose really, really stands out in it. There's like that toasty oak in there. There is that brandy finish in there. There's like some hints of apple on the nose and things like that. So just all in all, smells really, really good. All right. Again, it's very sweet, very kind of, there's a lot of like sugar on that. A lot of those, wood sugars that come out, the oaky, sugary sweet kind of flavor on that. Again, there's a little bit of apple flavor in there. But again, it's just the subtle hint now of that brandy on it really, really kind of shines through. And if I'm being honest with you, the 103, what did I say, 103 proof? 104.2 proof. I feel like on the back end of that, it kind of stays with you a little bit longer. That finish is really good, and it kind of has a little bit of like punch to the back end of it. I don't know why that is. Maybe it's because it's my first drink of the day or whatever, but yeah. I just feel like straightforward, man. That the notes of apple, the notes of just oakiness, the sweetness on it. There's a little bit of caramel flavor in there. Just some things that I really enjoy in a bourbon, and it tastes really good. And again, man, I think that this might punch up in proof. I feel like that proof on it drinks more than 104 proof for whatever reason. The finish, again, it's not super long, but it's long enough to let you kind of enjoy it past the drink. But it's warming through and through. All in all, that's really solid. I don't know. I think we'd have to blind them to really know what we felt about them. All three of them together. I'm just not sure. Like, I thought for sure Hokkaido was really close to Cathedral, but then I had them both at the same time, and Cathedral was way better. Not way better, but it was better. This one is really good in its own right. So I just don't know that these things are meant to drink together to compare them to one another or anything like that. They're just all vastly different in what they do, but all equally good. This one is less oaky than the last two. You get less wood note in this than you did Hokkaido or Cathedral. I thought both of those were really oaky, really oak forward in their stance, which again, I love. This has got an oak nature to it, a sweet oak kind of nature to it, and a toasty kind of, which makes sense because it was aged for 4 months in a toasted oak barrel. But all in all, man, it's really solid, and I got nothing to complain. These are $99 out, $106 out the door. You can argue, is that worth it or not worth it? It is a special release, and if this was $750, it's maybe a little bit more expensive than what like one of their special releases would be, like one of their collabs that they do, or even their Discovery series. It'd be a little more than that if you had a $750 of it. But I think these drink more special in a lot of ways than those collabs necessarily do, because the collabs again are hit or miss. So far, again, this is year one of the Distillery Reserve series. Year one, all of these have been super solid, and so are they going to have a bad one at some point? Probably, maybe not bad, but one that is less than the other one. Probably so. But all in all, this year's releases, the 3 that they've done, have been, I would say, not a disappointment at all. If anything, I think it's added to the hype of Bardstown and what they put out. And I think, honestly, for me, it is their lack of fear in trying things, mixing things up, aging things in a certain way, collabing with other entities, whether it's brandy, whether it's anything, wine, all these things that they do, and beer companies, like all this stuff is like there is this opportunity, and they take it, of collabing in some ways that create some things that are memorable, and creating some things that aren't great, but you go, man, thanks for trying something. This is cool. Like this is something in the industry that we need more of, or these distilleries trying things and being okay to fail, or okay to not succeed super high. Anyway, I say all that to say the Distillery Reserves, if you can pick them up and get them, you should. Again, this one goes on sale Black Friday. So if you are in the Louisville area and you can go by the distillery or the downtown location, do yourself a favor, hop in line, pick one of these up. My guess is the Friday they're going to do probably bigger releases, so chances are there will be more bottles to be had. They've been, I'm not going to say stingy, but they've been limited in their releasing of them in the past, and so they might release 25 at a time, 25 here, 25 there. Chances are, because this is Black Friday, they're going to probably release them. I have no knowledge of that whatsoever, but my guess would be that they are going to release more of it than just the few that they would normally do, like if it was just a Tuesday afternoon or something like that, or Tuesday morning or something crazy like that. So do yourself a favor. I don't think you'll be disappointed. It's $100. It'll be worth having, and I think you'll be happy that you got it, especially if you like finished bourbons and you like things that maybe are on a little bit of a sweeter side. If you do, this is going to be your jam. If you don't, it might not completely be what you like, but I think there are notes in there that are worth drinking, and I think you'll enjoy it. So until the next time, we'll see you.